All right, good evening, everybody. Happy February. It's Tuesday, February 2nd, 2016. I can't believe that we're already a month into the new year. So excited for you guys to be joining our call live. This is our new team call schedule. So the first Tuesday of every month is going to be our team call. I'm going to attempt to structure it 30 minutes of content and then 30 minutes of group coaching, where if you want to share what's going on in your life and your goals, we can coach each other. So I'm really excited to try this format because it means that if you are busy, you can stick around for the 30-minute webinar and then get on with your night or go to bed. And if you are not a business builder and don't really care as much about the business webinars, but you want to stay connected to the team, you can jump in at 8:30 Central Time and hop on for the group coaching section. So we'll see how it goes. But tonight, so our topic tonight, I'm going to go over how to set up your month as a coach. So how to schedule your month. And most of you, I think, have seen Anita Myron's YouTube video on how to set up your month. Raise your hand if you've seen Anita Myron's video. Okay, if not, it's definitely worth a watch. However, I'm basically going to be reiterating what she says, only into like a slightly different format and kind of simplify it. So this is also one of my main takeaways from Action University. Hey, Hannah, I'm going to mute you. Okay, because I can hear myself. Was setting up your month as a coach. Because do you guys ever feel like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing? You know you have to do a free group, or you should be doing a challenge, and you feel like you're inviting people. You're like, well, do I invite them to my free group? Do I invite them to my challenge group? And then the month gets really crazy and it's overwhelming. And then at the end of the month, you're like, oh crap, I was supposed to do a free group. And then nothing happens. And it's the end of the month and you're at Success Club 3 and it's like struggle zone. Like, raise your hand if that's how you feel about your business right now. Because that's basically how I was feeling. I was doing a monthly schedule with my business last year. Up until last fall, I let it slip and everything kind of plateaued. So this is really, really, really important stuff. So what I'm going to share with you tonight is not anything super mind-blowing or revolutionary. It's just very basic. I'm basically going to lay out our new team calendar and tell you when we're going to do certain things. And so this is great because it's information. If you're a brand new coach and you've never run a challenge group or anything, this is still information that you can take and use and get started this month or next month. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I have a few slides. All right. Can you guys see this when I go into present mode? Okay, cool, because then I can't see you, so it's really weird. But anyway, so our webinar tonight, how to create a monthly schedule for your Beachbody business. All right, so here is why I believe a monthly schedule is important. These reasons I'm about to share, I have learned through failure and experimenting and trial and error. So, and this is just something I want to let you know. If I'm ever teaching you something and you're thinking, oh my gosh, she has her stuff so together, I'm never going to have everything together like that, she knows so much. Usually it's just stuff that I am trying for the first time or learning as I go. And a lot of times I tell you guys stuff to do that I'm not even doing yet. I just know I should do it too. So this is like me teaching what I need to learn. So it's important to set up a monthly schedule for your business, a consistent monthly schedule, because it will help you build confidence and experience as a new coach. So when you're new, if you dive right in and learn by taking action, that is how you're going to see the most success and build your confidence as a coach. Because I know it's tempting for us to go into learning mode and knowledge accumulation mode and feel like we need to learn all the things. before we are prepared to take action on all the things, but that's not how this business works. You need to dive in, because the only way you're going to learn how to be a coach is by coaching people and by helping people and walking the walk and being a product of the product. So if you can have a monthly system that you can pass down to your coaches, your new coaches, when they sign up and say, hey, look, this is when we're going to do a challenge, they'll know exactly, what's going on. It'll also create consistency in your business. Consistency is the secret sauce to success with Beachbody. It's so easy to overthink and overcomplicate. I'm the queen of overcomplication, and to have so many good ideas and get distracted from the 3 vital behaviors. So all we have to do is focus on the 3 vital behaviors and being consistent with our weekly and monthly and daily actions. And then what's cool about laying out your month is that you're always going to have something to invite people to, whether that is an upcoming challenge group, a free group, a coach preview. You're always going to have something. So this is where I struggle with the invite every day, because sometimes I'm like, well, my challenge group isn't until the end of the month. Like, should I start inviting? It's kind of awkward. So when you have a system, you can always be inviting, and you can always be drawing people into your network, which ends up building tons of momentum and growth. So if you are kind of feeling like you're tapping out your Facebook friends and your family members, or you're afraid to spam your friends because you're afraid they're going to judge you or be annoyed by your health and fitness stuff, if you get into a system where you're doing a free group every single month, you're going to grow your network, and you're going to be able to reach out to new people and draw new people into your pipeline, into your little vortex and sphere of influence. And so that's going to build momentum over time if you keep doing this. And then how awesome would it feel to be able to watch your Success Club go up naturally and be able to hit Success Club by the middle of the month without even really like trying or struggling? This is something that I used to do back when I used a monthly system that I've stopped doing. And, let's say no more end of month hustle. Also, a system is duplicatable or duplicable, whatever the word is. This is another secret sauce of our business, is that we want to create systems that we can pass down to our team. So I'm creating this system to give to you so that you can give to your coaches, so that we don't have to reinvent the wheel every single month. You should not feel like you need to invent new systems or invent new groups or invent new trainings, because we have everything we need already there for us. And what you need to be focusing on now as a new coach is just getting people signed up. You need to be focusing on getting new challengers in the door and getting new coaches in the door. That is and also obviously your own personal journey, but those are the 3 things that you need to care about right now. Everything else is just on the side, and it'll be waiting for you once you actually have a business set up and rolling. And also, if you have a system, it's easier to fit your business into your life. It's easier to have just more power hours and more control, so that you don't feel like you're being overwhelmed by your business. So if you have a month where you're traveling, or you get sick, or you're moving, or stuff happens with your family, or there's the holidays, it's easy to let your Beachbody business slide to the back burner. But if you have a monthly system in place and you're just plugging and chugging, you know exactly what's happening every day and every week of the month, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, because you can still keep working your business. And this ends up saving tons of energy, because you're going to avoid being overwhelmed, and you're going to avoid starting every month trying to replan your month. And you're going to be able to stop trying to do everything at once, because you know exactly when it's going to happen. And then no more, whoops, coaching got put on the back burner again. Yeah, no, let's just end that. So what to include in your monthly system? What is on you to do for your business is promoting and running challenge groups and hosting free groups. And if you are a brand new coach, you are welcome to reach out to your sponsor and do these groups with them for your first month or two. But I really want to encourage you guys to jump the nest, grow your wings, and just take ownership of your own groups. It's so much fun. It's so rewarding. And if I can do it, you can do it. And you have the power. However, if you know that our whole team is on this cycle and our whole team is opening a challenge group the same week of the month, if you do end up only getting 1 or 2 challengers interested in your group, you know that you can reach out to someone else on our team and join up with them to co-host a group together. And then also on the system that is on our team, AKA that myself and our leaders are going to put together every month, we are going to start a Coach Basics, a 2-week new coach training program. And we're gonna do a coach opportunity webinar every month that you can invite your coach prospects to watch. And we're gonna start hosting coach preview groups again. We used to do this stuff, we stopped. I got overwhelmed with life, but this is me. This is me stepping up as a leader and putting my big girl pants on and showing up for you, because I want to be able to support you in, as much as I can. And then this quote, which is really pretty: you can't grow if you take the easy route. You have to take risks, leap, jump, and be brave. Be brave. So here's our calendar. Feel free to screenshot this. And if you are currently running challenge groups that, start the 2nd or 3rd or 4th week of the month, feel free to keep doing that. But I would love for us all to get on this system so that we're all doing the same thing at the same time, because it'll just make it so much easier on everybody. So starting this month in February, the first week of the month is when we're going to be opening our challenge groups. So that's on you or teaming up with your sponsor to do a challenge group. I have started doing 28-day challenge groups, where week 1 is the prep week, and then we have 3 weeks, the actual group. But you can do whatever you want, whatever works with you. And then the 2nd week of the month is when I'm going to open our new Coach Basics group. And I posted about this in our Facebook team page, so go check that out if you haven't yet. But if you haven't been around, back in the days we used to do Coach Basics, I'm committing to doing a 10-day, so it'll be a Monday through Friday and then Monday through Friday, new coach training. Starting next Monday will be our February new coach training, and it's going to be focused on social media basics and just kind of shifting, because I know new coaches, a lot of times it's overwhelming because you're like, well, I don't have any followers, or how do I start talking about my business? And so I want to start with that. I'm going to share how to transform your social media into a business social media, as well as share more about our Inspire Joy team culture and how to invite. So just the basics of how to take the first baby steps and launch your business. And so I'm going to have my new coaches do this Coach Basics their first month. And then in their 2nd month, if they want to build a business, I'll have them do Coach Prep School with Shred Nation, just because that's such an awesome business boot camp. So if you want to have your new coaches do Coach Basics, you're welcome to add them. And then the 3rd week of the month is when I'm going to be doing my free group. And I think you should do a free group too every single month, because the months where I've done a free group are the months where I hit Success Club 10 plus without even trying. And let me tell you guys, the last few months, I have not done a free group, and I have struggled to hit Success Club 5. You notice I'm on the bottom of the leaderboards on our team. Success Club 5 is my no matter what, because I'm a full-time coach. This is my job. But running a free group makes it so easy, because then you can focus your promoting and your inviting to your free group and just get people in the door, give them a taste of what you do. And then once the free group is up, you can work on building relationships with your free group members during the last week of the month and get them to join your challenge group. So I highly encourage you to do a free group. There's tons. If you just search for how to do a free group, there's so many ways. It doesn't have to be clean eating. It can be anything you want that you think is fun, anything that lights you up. And then the last week of the month, so the fourth Monday, is going to be our coach preview week. So we're going to start doing coach preview Facebook groups again, probably a 3 to 5 day group. And then within that week, I am going to be hosting a What is Coaching webinar. And I'm going to be inviting 2 coaches on our team to come on the webinar with me and share their stories. So that's what I'm doing. If you are a leader and you want to do your own coach previews, or you want to do your own What is Coaching webinars, please do. It's so scary at first, but then it's so much fun because you get to talk about what you're passionate about. And I'm learning that the more videos we can share, this is another tip about going back to like a free group. If you can do a free group with a video every day instead of just like a text-based post, videos and sharing your story and getting people to see your face and hear your voice and hear the passion that's coming out of you is so powerful. This is just a tip in general I'm learning. If you're concerned about coming off as being inauthentic or coming off as being salesy or annoying on social media, just instead of posting posts, post videos, because no one is going to listen to you and say, oh, she's so inauthentic if you're speaking from your heart. So go out of your comfort zone, post videos in our team groups or in our challenge groups to get you used to it, and then go public, just do it. So this is going to be our calendar. Obviously, every month doesn't look perfect like this. There's going to be random days like up here or down here, but these are the Mondays. So we're going to open things on Mondays. So for instance, like this month, February, the last day of the month is like down here. So, or I think it's this day, the 29th is on a Tuesday. Yeah. So we're going to have a bonus week where there's nothing going on, which is awesome, before like the first Monday of March to open a challenge group. So if that makes sense. All right. And then feel free to screenshot this too. This is your action list. This is your business plan. This is going to make things so easy. I know it looks complicated, but bear with me. I'm going to run you through. So this is your schedule. This is when you're doing your power hours. This is what you're going to focus on each week of the month, so you don't have to feel overwhelmed. So the first week of the month, that's when we're going to open our challenges and start promoting the Coach Basics group. So the focus is on enrolling coaches and launching your challenge group. So just love on your challengers, especially if you're a new coach. This is so important to launch your business, is get people in the door and give them all your love and build them up and show them what we're all about. Because when I first signed up to coach, my goal was to enroll at least one coach out of every single challenge group that I run. And that doesn't always happen, but it's a good goal. You should, if your challenge groups, if you are doing your job building relationships and attracting the right people into your groups, you should be enrolling at least one coach out of every single challenge group. So that's week 1, kicking off the month. And then week 2, the focus is on, if you enrolled new coaches, getting them started right into our Coach Basics group. And then start inviting to your free group. So week 2 is all about free group blasting all over the internet. And then the third week of the month, you're going to run your free group. And you are going to pour your heart and soul and love into your free group members and give them a taste of what you do as a coach and how awesome we are. Because if they think, oh my gosh, if this is what she does for free, I can't wait to join her challenge group and work with her one-on-one. You get what I'm saying? You want to give your best away for free. So do not neglect your free group because it's free. Pour your best energy into it, and then start casually inviting to your next challenge group. It's never, ever, ever too early to invite to a challenge. And then also invite to our coach preview group. So in your free group, you're going to invite people to the challenge group. And then your challenge group is going to be on week 3. So you can start inviting your challengers to the coaching opportunity. So do you get what I'm saying? This is the way the pipeline works. You get people into the free group, move them into the challenge group, move them into coaching. Makes it super easy. And then the last week of the month, our focus is on inviting to the challenge group and enrolling coaches. So that's when we're going to be doing our coach preview group. And then promoting your challenge group, if depending on when your order deadline date is. So I think if we focus on this, we should be able, this is kind of off of what Anita Myron does. She does like her challenge group the third week of the month, so she can be promoting it the first week and hitting Success Club. But I like the the cleanness of just having one challenge group a month that's like inside each month. So, but by week 3, we should be starting to hit Success Club still. All right. And then I know this is like a ton of information. I just wanted to share a couple of the time management and weekly action plan tips that I have been doing that have been helping me a lot, because something I struggle with is holding myself accountable and taking action and actually executing my plan. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a big vision girl. I love creating visions. I love making plans. I love laying it all out. But when it comes down to actually doing the work, it's hard for me to follow through without being overwhelmed. So this is how I've been holding myself accountable at the beginning of every single week. So on Sunday night, I go through my planner and I pick 3 or 4 focus areas for the month. So I just showed you what your focus areas are. So for every single week, you should have these focuses. And so for that week, you can think of like 2 or 3 major things to do and maybe some target outcomes that you would like to have happen by the end of the month. And then something that's been helping me a lot is getting Ben involved. So if you have a partner or a spouse or a roommate or someone you live with, or if you're struggling to get your spouse or partner to like understand what you do, and it's been so amazing to get Ben involved. He helps, we have like a business meeting on Sunday nights. So we sit down, I tell him all the stuff I want to accomplish that week, and then he writes it down. So he has an idea of what's going on in my week, and having him write down my to-do list and my goals is more powerful for me, because it's like, okay, someone else is holding me accountable. And then I have a weekly plan. So I highly recommend trying that out. And then planning your month, I just gave you your month plan. So that's the month plan. Feel free to take it. If this doesn't sound good to you, feel free to leave it. Feel free to try your own thing. This is what I'm going to be doing. So I want you to be taking action. I want you to focus on business building actions this month. So the things that are actually going to grow your business. So inviting, following up, using Streak, started doing that, getting people in your groups and getting them signed up. Anything else, like writing blog posts, like writing challenge group like posts, making pretty graphics and templates and all this fluff, doing reading personal development or listening to podcasts without actually implementing what you learn. Any of this, be really real with yourself. This is Tough Love Anna coming out. Be real with what you are doing with your business hours and really analyze yourself. Give yourself an audit and audit if these activities are actually moving your business forward, or are they just running you in circles and holding you back. So let's take action. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. All right, I'm back. What time is it? 8:25. Sweet. I did it in less than half an hour. So feel free to unmute yourself. And do you guys have any questions or comments on what I just dumped on you? Feedback?
Just for those, sorry?
Oh, sorry. I saw Katie, but what were you saying?
Uh, for those of us that have watched the Anita Myron video, did anybody else be like, when she was like, oh, and like, here it is, and it's the 15th, and I've hit like SC50, and I'm like, what? Like,
She's a machine, but there's no reason. I've hit SC30 before in my third month of coaching, like there's no reason why we can't hit those big numbers. It all depends on the number of impressions you're making on people and the number of people that you're talking to. So once you get your machine running, you're just like turning on the engine. And once we start having consistency with what we're doing every single month and doing free groups and building our social media presence, like there's no reason why we can't do that too. However, personally, I do not ever want to hit anything like over Success Club 15 just because that's too many people for me to love on. And I want to be able to build individual relationships and do quality over quantity. So it just depends on your values.
And I mean, look at the leaders in Shred Nation. I mean, Jess Dukes is at Success Club 40. So, it's not just for top 10 or people who you put on a pedestal. Everybody is just like us. We just have to want it as badly as they do.
Yeah, and just promote more groups and, it just depends on the amount of work you put in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is. But I agree, Laura. It is like, I did think like, okay, yeah, sure. And I have like 10 coaches signed up. Yeah. So.
And not even that, but like what you said, like if you're onboarding Success Club 30, like that could be between 15 and 30 people. Like I was like, how can you actually like take the time to give them all of the coaching experience that like they signed up for? Like it just seems like a lot of people to me. But
yeah, it is. And there's ways, but you have to do what feels good to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about the monthly schedule? Do you like it or do you want to do something different? Just like, this is what I'm doing. I know that, before we have started challenges like in the middle of the month, and feel free to do more than one challenge group in a month if you need to hit your goals, or two different kinds. Like I used to do 2 a month back when I was hitting. That's how I hit Success Club 20 and 30. I was doing 2 challenge groups a month and I was working full time. So it just depends on how driven you are and how much you want to work. I also was stressed out and had no free time, no downtime, never relaxed, and never got to hang out with my husband. So the quality of my life was down. So it's always a trade-off. But I just want you guys to feel empowered to take your business seriously and treat it like a business. Because I think Chelsea posted something that I shared. She's like, if you treat your business like a nonprofit, you're going to get paid like a nonprofit. So if you're just doing things for free and not taking it seriously, that's okay if that's what you want. But if you really want to pay off your Shakeology and change the world and help women change their lives and make a difference and earn money, you're going to have to go out of your comfort zone. And it's going to be scary as heck. But after you try things the first time, it's not scary anymore. I was just telling Ben, like, I used to be so nervous to do these webinars, and now it's like, oh, I just hang out with my friends, so yeah, you just got to do it and take action. Any other questions or comments?
I like the challenge group starting the first Monday of every month, because I had trouble with that too. I'd be like, join my like September boot camp, but it starts September like 21st. So like so I like the schedule a lot, and I feel like it will like organized. So that's what I'm following this month. So I started my boot camp or challenge group yesterday. And I like the 28-day idea, because I had a lot of last minute people order, but I still wanted them to be in the February group. So this week has been kind of like prep / if you have it, start it. But I'm going to it for the whole month just to have like a complete.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So like the order deadline is like the first of the month since that's prep week, but people can order like the last week or the first week. So it's like you can get points on both ends of the month. Yeah. So I am planning on opening a Coach Basics group on Monday. So if you have new coaches or if you want to dive back into your business, I don't know, it's going to be super fun. So that's going to happen. And yeah, that's it. All right. So any last call for questions on the webinar, and then I'm going to.
I have a question or advice maybe. I love to read, like it's a problem, but I tend to just like read PD like over the time that I should, I think, without implementing. So like, how do you recommend, like, I'm thinking maybe like taking notes while I'm reading. And then once I, like Rob says, like once you hit something that you can like do, just stop. But like, I want to keep reading. So, but then that like kind of, I'll end up reading for 2 or 3 hours and not like doing anything with it. So I don't know if keep me accountable for like doing stuff with what I read.
So were you going to go, Hannah?
Well, it just makes me think of, I think it was Shalene, maybe, who said this, but if you run across something that you want to do, but you want to keep reading, then take whatever it is that you want to do, and inside the front cover of your book, if you've got like a hardcover book, write down what that action item is. So then whenever you come back to that book or that place where you knew that you had action items, you don't have to just sit there and flip through the entire book. You can go straight to the front or back cover of the book. There are all your action items.
I like that.
Then it's not in some random notebook that you're going to lose or never look at again. I mean, we all have a gazillion thousand notebooks. Let's be real.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I was also going to say, just be real with your business hours, and say, okay, this is, set aside the amount of time that you need to do your power hour of like reaching out and building your network and business building. Like personal development is very important, but that's like self-building. You also have to do business building. So maybe, if personal development isn't an issue for you, do it last. Or just do it until your mindset is flipped and you're in a good place in your mindset, and then make sure you get your business activities done. And then at the end of the day, if you have, more time, you can read.
Yeah. That's a good idea. And I'm trying to read like other books too, just to like balance myself out.
Yeah.
I was reading like 3 PD books at a time, and it was just like,
that's too much. There's like a thing.
Yeah.
It's like orthorexia. There's a thing that I feel like there's a disorder of like personal improvement and self-improvement. And I think I had it my first year and a half of coaching. You got to force yourself to unplug and watch mindless TV and read books for fun, especially if you're working full-time and coaching on the side. You have to give yourself space to like unplug your brain, or you're going to go crazy. You got to take care of yourself.
I'm like addicted to being productive, I feel like. So
yeah, you don't have to be productive. When I worked with the life coach, Katie, last spring, she 1 week gave me an assignment to spend 3 hours every day doing something like a guilty pleasure. And, I work for myself, so I have that time. But I mean, I think I only did it twice.
Like
and the rest of the time I did it for like an hour, and I was like, I can't do this, but like watch a movie for fun.
Yeah.
Without doing something with your hands or like multitasking while you're watching the movie, just like veg out.
Yeah.
So it's very important. And that's why, like take a day off on the weekends. Like you really, really, really need to take time off in order to rest and refresh, and your business will end up being stronger. So.
Well, and it's been a lot better since moving conversations to emails. Like everybody, because now I just don't feel as like I immediately need to respond to like Facebook messages or even text messages. I'm just like, this is like a business conversation. Like I don't want to deal with it like right now. And then when I'm focused, I can answer everyone like way more efficiently than when I'm just yeah. So good.
Awesome. Great tips. All right, so I am going to stop the recording, and then if you guys want to stay on and chat, we'll go for another 25 minutes. So if you're watching the recording, thanks so much. Hope this was helpful. You are awesome.